what's the difference between getting a nose job and changing your skin color? What's the difference between wearing a hair weave and changing your skin color? You know, nobody was upset when I was wearing 30-inch weaves and, you know, tearing out my edges and doing all type of shit like that. You guys loved it, but what is the difference? You understand? I don't understand what the difference is. Because there really isn't a difference. And I think that for so many people to say, oh, you wanting to, you know, lighten your skin or whatever, is just kind of like to say that it negates anything that I've said about this current situation of, you know, blackness in America is ignorant and just stupid. You know, what do body modifications have to do with somebody's level of intellect? The two don't correlate, you know. They absolutely do not correlate. And I think it's petty, you know. I think it's petty. I think it's very contradictory, especially since, you know, so many of our favorite stars have lightened their skin. You know, a lot of times it just happens. Like, you go for a peel and the shit comes off and it's looking fresh and free, and then it's just like, damn, you know, but my ear is darker, and then fuck, what am I gonna do? You just have to fix it up and get it right, shine it up, you know. Like, some of my favorite artists, like, look at Diana Ross. I don't see I would never say that Diana Ross is any less of an artist because her skin is lighter. Like, come on, that was the style. That's the 70s disco fever style. Who cares? Who cares? I think that all in all, I think that if people were looking to me to be like, you know, some sort of messiah for black empowerment and black rights, and my decision to bleach my skin or lighten my skin has then, you know, made you not believe in me, then I would just kind of question your priorities, you know. Like, well, what's like, don't we as a people have bigger fish to fry?
So that's what happened to her edges. It was those 30-inch weaves that snatched the hair out of the sides, the front, and the back of her head. I thought that she pissed Beyonce off. I thought Beyonce came for her like Freddie in her dreams. Shit, I saw this one picture of her, you know, the infamous one where I guess she was in an interview and her edges were looking real thin, you know. I was like, damn, I see more edge on a thin crust pizza. Shit, nobody should be able to read her mind, but that's none of my business. Let me read to you guys what she said on Facebook. Wait a second, before I even read that to you, let me say this. Iggy Azalea, whoops, wrong chick. I just named a relevant musician. Azealia Banks. See how I get my Azaleas mixed up? I did not mean to call her Iggy Azalea either. At least Iggy's an important person. Azealia Banks. If you notice something now, she talks about being put on a pedestal by white men. Of course, she posed for Playboy, so I guess that's what she's talking about. She talked about how she's going to kill all black men, how she wants to see Wale put into jail, and any man like him, basically for speaking to her with respect, but maybe just respectfully disagreeing with something that she said, even though he's really nice to her when they got into their spat. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just type in Azealia Banks Wale, that's W-A-L-E, fight, Meat Magazine. So Azealia Banks Wale fight, Meat Magazine. My video pop up. I think it's like 30 minutes long. But, you know, so if you have the time, you might want to listen to that. It was a good ass video. But anyways, you know, she says all of these ridiculous things. She called that black girl a damn tar baby and told her to go pick her cotton. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just type in Azealia Banks tar baby Meat Magazine and the video should pop up on YouTube. So here's the deal, man. You know, she said a lot of really sick shit over the years, man. She's definitely somebody to watch out for, but in a bad way, because it's like, oh, what's she gonna do next? She's fighting in public with all of these people. She's just a destructive force. I don't care about the good things that this heifer has said, because she says so many nasty and disgusting things. It doesn't even matter that she said some right things. Like they say, a broken clock is right twice a day. So it doesn't even matter that every once in a while she gets something right. I mean, this chick is she's ridiculous. And now she's talking about how, you know, well, me bleaching my skin is just like wearing a weave or a wig or whatever, or getting a nose job. And it's like, huh. So basically you're saying that if you're going to call Azealia Banks a self-hater, for example, for bleaching her skin, then we should call a woman with a weave or a relaxer, or a woman who had a nose job, a black woman to be specific, a self-hater for doing those things as well. In other words, black women, what she's saying is if you've done any of those other things, then you're just as much of a self-hater as her. I think that's really interesting. I think some black women are going to come and snatch whatever edge that she has left. She's about to have a really smooth skull. With all of that said, let me go ahead and read to you what she had to say about it all on Facebook. She said, I told you all 2 years ago that as a black woman, here we go again with her bringing up her blackness. She's so fake pro-black. She's pro-black woman though, but she doesn't really like black people. I told you all 2 years ago that as a black woman, I stand for reparations and autonomy. All of the rest of the shit is petty. Cultural appropriation. Who wears what? Natural hair, relaxed, bleached or not. None of us will be getting any real respect until we've been given what we were owed. Wait, I'll get back to it. And I think it's unfair to the cause to negate all of the very important, in capital letters, all of the very important things I've said in regards to that. Just because I like to relax my hair and lighten my skin, as a group, it's very important to stay focused and not get sidetracked by these small moments of artists, quote, putting it in the music. Because they do so and then they disappear / aren't coming up with any realistic solutions to all of the pain and suffering we go through as a people. Galvanizing behind a leader whose ultimate goal is to receive reparations is the only way out of this. If you didn't understand it 2 years ago and still don't get it now and still continue to get hung up on petty shit or be dissatisfied when super rich black people who don't live the daily struggle make a song about it or raise a fist, then I guess we truly are fucked. No, we're fucked because of you, Azealia. Did she really start talking about a leader? Are you trying to say that you're our leader? If so, we are fucking doomed for real. Calling people tar baby, talking about killing off the men in your race. This chick is a demon. But let me go back to what she said. Let me start from the beginning. She said, I told you all 2 years ago that as a black woman, listen to the language here. First sentence out the gate, she mentions that she's a black woman because she's trying to make sure that she pulls. You want to talk about the black card? This is the black card right here. This woman is a white supremacist. However, she wants the protection and support that comes from being a, quote, black person. So she's like, look, hey, I'm black too, guys. So, show me some love here. Be on my side, please. So 2 years ago, she said that as a black woman, she stands for reparations and autonomy. Okay, reparations are a great thing, right? So we're supposed to forget about all of the other shit that she said and just put that to the side because she stands for reparations. You're one little person. And it's not like you're somebody who's doing something good for our race anyway. So she's irrelevant. Forget calling her irrelevant because her music sucks or anything like that. Like other people will say, I'm saying she's irrelevant as a person because the bad honestly outweighs the good. That's what Azealia Banks doesn't get. She's like, well, if I wasn't so dark skinned or if I wasn't black or if I wasn't this, that, and third, listen, no matter whether you were male, female, sexual orientation, religion, political views, etc., the grimy, dirty, disgusting things that we've heard you say, Azealia, and the actions that you committed against people have left people with a very sour, nasty, disgusting taste in their mouths. And those things completely overshadow any good thing that you've ever said or done because you're just honestly that bad. It doesn't matter that you said some right things. We're really past that point, and we don't need you to move forward. She also goes on to say, all of the rest of the shit is petty. In other words, hey everybody, please stop talking about this. I received enough backlash for everything else that I've said or done. I really don't need this shit right now. Remember I just got kicked off of Twitter? That's what she's saying in so many words. So she goes on to say, cultural appropriation, who wears what, natural hair, relaxed, bleached or not, none of us will be getting any respect until we've been given what we are owed. What she's telling us is that is the end all. That is the end game right there. What she wants. As a Negro bedwench, Azealia Banks' ultimate goal is to get what she calls real respect from white people. That's what she's saying to us. In so many words, listen to me, people. I will give you the light that will lead you down the path of getting respect from white people. That is her ultimate goal. That's why she bleached her skin. That's why she got, for example, breast implants as opposed to ass implants. Because she was trying to attract white men. Like she said, she wants to be put on a pedestal by a white man. And she wants to go around and fuck white men. She wants all black men to be dead. She wants black men like Wale to be in jail, I guess, and then die in jail. This person's a sick person. And you might say, well, she's for black women, though, temporarily. But she will want to become queen of black women. If no black men existed, if she got rid of all the black men, she would come for your dumb ass next. I know you may think that Azealia Banks is your friend and she speaks for you, but Azealia Banks is a very evil and twisted person. The type of stuff that she's saying, the type of stuff that she's doing, the type of games that she's playing, this person is a white supremacist in a black female's body. That's all she is. She's no different than any other slave master. What she is a wannabe slave master. Her end all goal is basically for white people, white men in particular, because black women like her who are Negro bedwenches think that they're at least a step above white women. And then now they've really gotten too big for their britches, because at this point they're starting to think that they're better than white men. So this shit is going to get shut down for real. But let me go out and read to you what else she said real quick one more time with my opinion on these things that she said. She said, and I think it's unfair to the cause to negate all of the very important things I've said in regards to that. In other words, she's trying to distract us with what I call mouth magic. You know, there's a lot of black people and mixed people who play this game. Like, for example, the Jesse Williams guy, which of course she promoted on her Instagram page. That dude was talking a bunch of mouth magic. The God's honest truth is there's only two ways to get black people out of the situation that they're in this world. Number one, don't fuck, date, mate, etc. with non-black people. That's step number one. Step number two, keep your money to yourself as well. You got to keep your body and genetics to yourself and keep your finances to yourself. Don't give them those two things ever again. We rule the world. And that's a fact. Believe it or not, everything else would come all the way around if those two things were done. Anything else is gibberish. It's the genes, which are priceless, and then the money that makes the world go round. If you're not willing to do those two things, anything else that you said is just not only just gibberish, but you should be told, shut your fucking mouth right in mid-sentence. And nobody should ever listen to you again, because you're full of it. It's those two things that would change everything forever, period. Anything else, nonsensical. Those are the only two things that will work. So she goes on to say, just because I like to relax my hair and lighten my skin, as a group, it's very important to stay focused and not get sidetracked by these small moments of artists, quote, putting it in the music. So what are you trying to say? You trying to say that you're just expressing yourself as an artist by bleaching your fucking skin? You're supposed to be Miss Dark Skin activist. I know Rashida Strober or whatever her name is really the dark skin activist, but you know what I mean. Azealia Banks is supposed to be this pro-black, I'm blackity black and I'm black, y'all, kick a cracker in the back, y'all, type of chick. But then she turns around and bleaches her skin and then goes home and sucks on white dick. But I'm supposed to take this broad seriously. It's like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Oh, I forgot something. I just remembered something. Whenever you hear one of these so-called pro-black women start talking that stuff about us not getting respect over and over again, pay attention to that. Whenever you hear pro-black women say that, that's nothing but a hidden Negro bedwench. Her end game is to get white people, white men to be specific, to quote unquote respect them or choose them. That's what it's all about. To get the highest quality white man possible with the most money possible. That's what it's all about. They're pandering to white people. That's an automatic red flag. That's a jewel I'm dropping right now. As soon as they come out of their mouth with that, I want respect from white people shit, it just means they really want white dick and white money. That's what it all means. That's an agent. Automatically ignore that person. Trust me. You'll thank me later. So she goes on to say, as a group, it's very important to stay focused and not get sidetracked by these small moments of artists, quote, putting it in the music, because they do so and then they disappear / aren't coming up with any realistic solutions to all of the pain and suffering we go through as a people. Yes, Azealia, You're so right about that. Not coming up with realistic solutions. The only realistic solutions is to stop fucking white people and stop giving them your money. And those are two things that you're never going to do. Or at least not as of right now. You know, you put white men on a pedestal above black men, and you love to make money for and with white people and buy the things that they produce. So you're not really helping at all. I mean, you're the most unrealistic, to be honest with you. You're just completely full of it. At the end of the day, what you really want, Azealia, is for white men to accept you the way that they would accept a white woman. That's really what it's all about. That is your end goal in all of this. And bleaching your skin will not make you accepted as a white woman. It's only going to make things worse, because the white dude too will fetishize you and fuck you, and you might even get married by one. But they want you to be the black girl because that's a part of the visual image. That's a part of the fetish. That's why they go for dark-skinned black girls like you, because that's a part of the fantasy. You know, got your little slave slut over here, you know, put the collar on her neck and whatnot. It's a part of the whole thing. It's a part of the whole thing. Come on, Azealia. Get with it, baby. Come on now. Anyways, galvanizing behind a leader whose ultimate goal is to receive reparations is the only way, in capital letters, out of this. Yes, reparations surely would help. Or you could just take the money that we spend on things that white people produce and take that money and use it towards ourselves and building our own economy outside of theirs, and that would help too. But if you want reparations, you got to go to the United Nations for something like that, because you got to charge white people with war crimes against us, including the government. So unless you're ready to do something like that, once again, we're speaking gibberish. This is an extension of the whole keeping your genes and your dollars to yourself. Also, we would have to go to the United Nations and charge, yes, the government with war crimes against us from the Tuskegee experiments to black women being forced sterilized in North Carolina up into the 70s, to Black Wall Street being bombed and burnt down to the ground. You know, there's so many different things. The lynchings, the death of Emmett Till, Hollywood and the media's false portrayal of black people, especially black men, basically being used as a psychological warfare campaign against the world's minds, rather to the world's minds against black men, black people in general, but definitely black men have been negatively affected by this. Let me see what else. The prison industrial complex, the judicial system, just all sorts of things would have to be brought up. There's a whole list of things that would have to be presented in a certain way to the United Nations. These people would have to be charged with war crimes. Hell, even Christianity. The fact that they use Christianity as a tool to keep black people docile and fighting with each other, as opposed to fighting their oppression. Basically, all these different things would have to be brought to the United Nations' attention and packaged in the right way. And you know what? Reparations are actually a possibility, because Johnny Cochran was working on it. I don't know exactly what he was going to say or exactly what he was going to do, but the late great Johnny Cochran was attempting to do something about that. Anyway, she goes on to say, if you didn't understand it 2 years ago and still don't get it now, and still continue to get hung up on petty shit, or be satisfied with super rich black people who don't live the daily struggle, make a song about it, or raise a fist, then I guess we truly are fucked. Azealia, I feel fucked just listening to you. I need to go fuck myself for even making this video. Anyways, man, I could put to the side the fact that Azealia is a good looking chick. To call her out when she's wrong. She's wrong about so many different things, and I just really can't take this girl seriously. She just says such ridiculous things, and some of the times she's trolling, but right here she's being dead ass serious. Her Facebook post, this silly ass video with her wearing her bicycling helmet and jacket. You know, what she needs to do is ride off into the damn sunset and just fucking ride right into the sun. But then again, that would make her skin darker, so I know she wouldn't want to do that. But anyways, this is all my opinion, people. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine.